This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Welcome to Usapang Bayan. Ako po si George Chua, kasama ang aking co-host na si Rach Marquez. Pag-uusapan po natin ang iba't ibang issue na kinahaharap ng mga namumuno sa ating gobyerno at tatalakayin din natin ang iba pang mga nangyayari sa ating bayan.
Ikinagagalak po naming makapanayam para sa ating Boto ni Juan series. Ang isa po sa mga lumalahok bilang senador sa darating na eleksyon, Valenzuela 1st District Representative Sherwin Gatchalian. Welcome to the show, sir.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me. George, Rach, thank you.
Maybe to start off, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You look very young, so people might think you're still in college or something like that. So why don't you tell us, sino ba si Win Gatchalian?
Actually, matanda na ako, George. I just look young. No? I'm actually 42 years old. I've been in public service for 15 years. Matagal-tagal na rin. 9 years ako naging mayor at 6 years naging congressman. So this is technically my second term as congressman. And before that, no, I was in the private sector. Matagal ako nagtrabaho sa iba't ibang pribadong korporasyon, iba't ibang sectors rin, no, from airlines to hotels to property. So medyo malawak yung karanasan natin pagdating sa private sector. And that's actually my competitive advantage, no? My experience in the private sector and my experience in the public sector. So combined dito, you have both perspectives, and that's why naniniwala ako na meron tayong magandang karanasan pagdating sa public service and sa private initiatives. No?
So, siguro, you can tell us a little bit about your accomplishments or what you consider as your milestone accomplishments that you've done for Valenzuela, both as a mayor and as a congressman.
Sa Valenzuela, we focused on education. Yun ang aming main advocacy. Ako naniniwala ako na pinakamatibay na panlaban sa kahirapan ay edukasyon. Ano?
Ito yung 50,000 scholars.
This is the 58,000 scholars. No? And that's yung scholars namin in the last 15 years. No? And meron kaming sariling university and sariling polytechnic university. So everyone who goes there ay scholar natin. No? And natutuwa ako dahil yung mga nag-graduate sa ating scholarship program at sa university natin may trabaho na ngayon. And that's the most important aspect is giving our youth, our kids, college education para magagamit nila yan sa paghahanap ng trabaho.
Paano naman ho being a legislator in Congress? Ano ho naman ang mga batas o nagawa nyo para sa ating bayan?
Okay. One of the measures na pinupush natin ngayon ay yung tinatawag namin Free Higher Education Act. Ito yung House Bill 5905 na ang layunin nitong batas na ito ay i-abolish o tanggalin ang tuition fee sa ating mga state universities and colleges. So gawin libre na, no, yung tuition fee sa ating mga pampublikong kolehiyo at universidad. Sa ganun, matutulungan natin ay 1.5 million students na nag-aaral ngayon sa college at yung 5 million students pa o 5 million youth, no, na gusto mag-aral sa kolehiyo pero kulang sila sa financial capability.
How's the status of this measure? Do you get a lot of support?
Maganda yung support na nakuha natin, ano? Dahil in Europe marami tayong mga universities nagiging libre na yung tuition fee. Maraming European countries are making their state universities free para mas marami silang mga
More advanced.
maraming
advanced
mga
countries are-
makakapag-aral at makakakuha ng college degree. At this time, Rich, napakahalaga na ngayon ang college degree. It's a very competitive world. Ang kompetensya sa buong mundo napakahigpit, and we need to arm our youth college education so they can compete when they find or look for a job.
Ano naman ho ang posisyon nyo dyan tungkol doon sa ating internet speed, no? Na
Well,
halos nasa kulelat na tayo, and internet is now such a basic tool needed by educations, no?
And it's
For
now
education.
declared a basic human right. No? Internet is now declared by United Nations as a basic human right. Talagang karapatan na natin ng isang magkaroon ng access sa internet. Ang problema, may access nga tayo, mabagal naman. No? So we really need to work on that. I truly believe that we need more competition in the industry. Itong duopoly na nakikita natin is really making services go down. And minsan nga, I hear a lot of complaint na itong network mabagal. Pero if you use the other network, mabagal rin. So you have no
Mahal
choice.
pa.
No? So
Mabagal na,
I
mahal
really
pa.
believe that we need more players in this industry to spur innovation and improve service.
Isn't there a Republic Act that has to be changed for that?
7925. We were just discussing about it with the FICTA party list po running also for Congress.
Right.
Na they would want an amendment for that House bill. Dahil daw po, yun ang nagiging hindrance. Bakit po hindi sila nakakabili directly ng bandwidth. So, hindi sila
Actually, maraming factors. No? One is competition. One is access to bandwidth. I understand that yung bandwidth na pumapasok sa Pilipinas ay kontrolado rin ng isang player lang. So maraming dapat na ayusin.
No, actually what they were saying was that the people who can buy from the overseas landing, no, is limited to those that have 350,000 landlines or more. And so that is the primary restriction. Even though you have, let's say, a network license, you cannot buy directly unless you had that 350,000 landline subscribers. So that effectively precludes a lot of people or limits it to just a couple of players.
Right.
So I think that's their main point in trying to have legislation change that.
Right. The whole industry needs to be revisited. No? Dapat lang tignan in legislation and other factors, no, that is causing this very slow internet speed. One thing for sure, if you go to the countryside, access to internet is very important, especially sa mga bata na nagre-research.
Yes.
Ang lalayo,
Public
Philippines is
schools,
7,000
etc. Yes.
islands. If you have one university in an island, no, kung mayroon silang access to internet, di na sila pupunta sa mainland. No? They can do the research there. They can actually do a lot of their work there. So for us, no, mahalaga yung internet speed.
Well, right now you're congressman for Valenzuela.
Yes.
And you're aspiring to become a senator.
Yes.
Why is that? And as a senator, what would be your priority bills?
Okay. My priority bills or bill will focus on education. Like I mentioned earlier, one of the bills that I'm pushing is this House Bill 5905 o yung Free Higher Education Act. Tawag namin doon, Free Higher Education Act. We really believe that if we remove tuition fees in our state universities, we will help reduce dropout rates in our state universities. Mataas yung dropout rates natin in our state universities. We will encourage more youth to study college, to get the degrees that can help them in their work. And with this, we will make our country competitive. Importante sa atin, competitiveness. And one of our main assets is really human capital. No? If we can develop human capital and make our populace efficient and knowledgeable, then we can actually spur innovation in the country.
Well, that's very nice. No, the intention is very good. But where do we plan to get the money or funding for all of that?
Okay. We calculated to make our state universities for free, we will only need 15 billion pesos. No? If you divide 15 billion over 3 trillion pesos, for the budget for 2016, that's only 0.5%. So maliit lang siya. No, this year's increase in budget is about 300 billion pesos. So we're only asking 15 billion from the increase of 300 billion. Next year, the forecast is the increase in budget will be about 500 billion pesos. So again, no, if you ask 15 billion, it's not so much. No.
Aside from education, do you have any advocacies that and causes that you would want to focus
Rich,
on?
because I was a mayor for a long time, and I worked in the private sector for a long time. In fact, my goal in life before was to be an entrepreneur. Start my own little business, slowly grow it. Just like many other small and medium enterprises here in the Philippines, 90% of our businessmen are from the small and medium enterprises. So, unfortunately, the SMEs in our country are the ones susceptible to corruption, the ones susceptible to unintended cost and red tape. No?
Yeah.
Yung mga malalaking negosyo tulad ng San Miguel or ng Ayala for that matter, hindi naman yung may-ari ng Ayala, hindi naman sila ang humaharap sa pagkumukuha ng business permit. They don't talk to fixers, they don't talk to people in City Hall. No? It's inuutusan lang nila. Pero if you own a small business, let's say a sari-sari store,
Ikaw mismo.
ikaw mismo ang...
So, ano hong solusyon natin dyan?
In Valenzuela, we eliminated human intervention as much as possible. Automation is very important. We still have a very long way to go in terms of automation. Only 30% of local governments are automated, 70% manual pa rin. So kung manual pa rin, obviously, mas prone to corruption. So we really need to push automation and computerization in our country.
When you say automation, that means to say that people don't need to go to City Hall. They just send their applications.
Yes.
Okay.
In Valenzuela, we started already using off-site applications. So for example, if you have let's say a small drinking yung water refilling station, you don't need to go to City Hall to get your business permit. Just go to the barangay. Everything will be done remotely because it's linked through the internet. So kung wala namang problema in application mo, you can get your business permit. So wala ka ng pamasahe, you save on time, your business is up and running in a matter of minutes.
Well, I think what you're saying is very relevant, no? In the sense that the World Bank came up with a study on the ease of doing business in the Philippines. Initially, we were very proud that we have moved up in the rankings, pero kumalabog.
Yes,
I guess because they've been adding more and more regulations, particularly the Bureau of Internal
And the other
Revenue.
countries are also becoming more tech savvy.
Correct.
No? Vietnam, no, for that matter, is using technology to their advantage. So tayo, nag-improve nga, pero mas nag-improve yun iba. So naiwanan ulit tayo. It's a very competitive world out there. And that's the name of the game, competitiveness. We need to be competitive.
So aside from the automation, is there any other thing that you can see that we desperately need? Like, for example, the traffic situation.
Marami, George. If you talk about issues, ang dami. Kanina lang, I came from Valenzuela and I passed by one of the stations there in MRT stations. Kabisado ko yan eh. I've seen that line grow and grow and grow every year. Before, it was only siguro as far as siguro 50 meters. Ngayon, siguro binilang ko kanina as far as 200 meters na. Two sides pa.
Yeah.
So one the left, one in the right. And just imagine the inefficiency. See, George, you're a businessman. Time is very important. And I was talking to one child psychologist that's helping us in Valenzuela about our parenting program. One of the biggest stress now of parents is not spending time with their kids. Because you spend 3 hours going to your office, spend 3 hours coming back, that's 6 hours already. So you don't have time to spend or to teach your kids or spend time with your kids. And it's causing a lot of stress in families.
Yes. So what about the another issue that the Philippines has been trying to resolve is that we're supposed to be one of the highest tax rates in Asia, no? So what is your position on that? Do you agree with that?
Akin, George, for me, no, in general, I think we have to be fair. No? We cannot lower our taxes, but we have to be fair. So in terms of income taxes, I think we have to adjust that already because it's been many years. No? I think
Exemptions.
1997 since we had that tax bracket. And because of inflation, everything is being pushed up. No? So we have to amend and reform our tax bracketing system in regards to personal income tax.
Right.
But in terms of corporate, I think we're quite okay. No? And a lot of businessmen, foreign investors would rather see good mass transportation, no traffic, and good infrastructure.
Yes.
But you cannot achieve good
Without
infrastructure without money.
Okay.
So,
With that, we'll need to have a station break. Sa amin pong pagbabalik, makakasama pa rin natin si Valenzuela, 1st District Representative Win Gatchalian. Thank you.